Hey guys, welcome back to Pro Gun. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate that. Today I want to talk about a topic that's getting more and more popular. There's even been changes in the past few days, and this is allowing school teachers to go armed. Now, I applaud these states. I think there's 36 states now that allow teachers to go armed, and I definitely give them kudos for trying to do something to keep these kids safe during a mass shooting. Now, everybody may agree or disagree, but you have to start somewhere. And honestly, in my opinion, what is the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun? And that's a good guy with a gun. So let's watch this.
Nationwide, we've seen more than 100 school shootings this year.
Yeah, and now some school districts across the country considering whether to arm teachers to prevent more shootings from happening.
And unfortunately, evil exists, right? And if evil person entered the school trying to harm innocent people, this is really the only solution that immediately addresses that situation.
So when people drop their kids off at our school, they expect them to come home safely. And with the rise in violence in schools, you have to really think outside the box.
A bill that would create a program to allow armed trained teachers in Mississippi schools passed in the Senate. It would create a firearms training and licensure program for teachers in public and private schools that choose to participate.
Here at 5:30, I'm Craig McKee. Some new signs outside New Richmond schools are actually generating a lot of buzz online. They have to do with the district's Armed Staff Program.
Again, it's just so that everybody understands the importance of if they're about to make a bad decision, what the repercussions could be.
New year, new signs outside buildings of New Richmond schools.
Making sure people know that if they come on campus intent on doing bad things to our students or staff, that there could be repercussions.
Okay, so of course there's going to be people that are for and people that are against it. We saw the schools that were advocating it, and again, I applaud you for that. Now, let's see what some of the people against it have to say.
Teachers having weapons? No.
I don't agree to that because you don't know. What if one of the children get one of the guns?
Now the teacher has to fear, do I have to shoot a kid or shoot an adult that comes into school? I get we have to protect our kids. We're all about that. But I think that us having our teachers and our administration being able to carry the guns inside the school just adds more fuel to the fire to me. This is just, to me, it's asinine, it's ignorance, and we can do better than this.
Asking teachers to perform a dual role of primarily educating children and then on top of that serving as armed security guards with little training just doesn't seem to be a common sense solution.
And fear these firearms could unintentionally lead to more violence.
Our schools being safer doesn't mean putting more guns into the schools.
Okay, so here's my point of view, and I'd really love to hear yours, so please leave them in the comments. Number one, this is not forced on the teachers like it comes across, okay? These teachers sign up for this and volunteer. There's a huge difference. Nobody expects the teachers to be a police officer, a first responder, or a school guard, okay? These teachers signed up for that. Why? Because these teachers want to keep their kids safe. Teachers have died trying to protect their kids in a mass shooting. Why? Because they were unarmed. At least give them a chance to defend themselves, for Christ's sakes. Now, you have some other things that I actually have concerns about, and that is you can't have a bunch of teachers running down the hall waving a gun in their hand, okay? Now, they will require training, and that's fine, but the issue is that when you have a bunch of teachers running around with guns in their hand, and then the first responders show up, how do they know who's an active shooter versus who's a teacher? I think that's my biggest concern, is that they may not know who the active shooter is. There's a lot of costs involved with this. Licensing, insurance, liability. What if a teacher under stress tries to shoot an active shooter and hits a kid or an innocent bystander? there are risks involved, but it's better than nothing. And, realistically, especially in rural areas where they may have just one deputy or two deputies for the entire county, by the time the first responders get to the school, the damage has already been done. Okay? And you also have instances like Uvalde where you had police officers that refused to go into the building. Okay? Again, these teachers were not forced to do this. They volunteer. And that's because they want a fighting chance to keep themselves and their kids safe. I personally think it's a great idea because, like I said, by the time the police get there, the damage is already done. At least the teachers have a chance to protect themselves and their kids. I'd like to know your opinion and your thoughts. Please leave your comments. Thanks for watching.